In one of his last appearances as the CEO of Cisco, John Chambers offered a blunt assessment. He warned a conference that, quote, 40% of businesses in this room, unfortunately, will not exist in a meaningful way in 10 years. If I'm not making you sweat, I should be.
Chambers took control of Cisco 20 years ago. On his watch, the company grew from just over $1 billion in annual revenue to $47 billion. John Chambers joins us from Cisco's headquarters in San Jose, California. Good morning.
Good morning.
John, let's begin with that point that you make, because there was a time in which Andy Grove said only the paranoid will survive. What do those who survive have to do?
Well, Charlie, what has changed? When you and I first started talking almost 20 years ago with the first generation of the Internet, changes would take place over 10 years that Andy Grove talked about. And if you didn't change in 10 years, you got left behind. In today's environment, those changes, as every company gets connected, as you move from 1,000 devices connected to the Internet when Cisco started, to 14 billion today, to 50 billion by the end of this decade, to 500 billion, it will transform every company. Every company will become a technology company. Your challengers, your competitors will be like the Ubers of the world, who present a different way of giving taxi rides. But Uber's really a transportation company that actually resulted in taxi rides going up by 5-fold in a city like San Francisco.
So, John,
there'll be different business models, and a lot of people get left behind.
What separates the winners from the losers, in your opinion?
It's all about speed. It's how fast you move, Gail, your ability to understand your industry, transform your company very well. Cisco has been up and down probably 5 different times over 20 years. We usually have 3 or 4 years to recover. Now you have a year to recover and lead. So it's going to be about pace of speed. It's going to be about thinking like a startup. Jamie Dimon said it best. He said Silicon Valley is coming to the world, and every company will become a technology company. So being a digital company, speed of change, and willingness to reinvent yourself.
John, you mentioned Uber is doing well. Who hasn't kept up? What's the cautionary tale?
Well, what happens is companies get left behind. If you watch for a retail example, bookstores are almost non-existent when an Amazon came along. Amazon kind of rechanged retail stores. We had probably 15 years ago 50 good competitors. None of them exist today. This will be more the norm, but the neat thing is this is what America does best. We're an entrepreneur nation. We move with tremendous speed. However, our country has not kept up. In the first generation of the Internet, we generated 22 million jobs in the 90s, grew GDP over a 6-year period in the mid to high teens. Average income per American person went up in the mid to high teens. Today's the leaders are countries like France, Germany, India, China, Italy, and Great Britain. So I think we need a national program to get us back on track in terms of leading in the second generation of the Internet. It will be 5 to 10 times the implications of the first.
What kind of national program?
Well, Charlie, this will surprise you. One of the countries that's farthest along is France. We partner with their President Hollande, with their Prime Minister Valls, their Secretary of Defense, their Secretary of the Economy, and you're talking about digitizing a country. You talk about building out smart cities like Nice, or what the best city probably in the world is, Barcelona. You put the electricity of the whole country on the Internet. You train 200,000 French men and women in the Internet of Things to make this transition. You partner on security. You partner on job creation with MEDEF, which is their equivalent of the American Chamber of Commerce, to create 1 million jobs. And you have leaders who are willing to take good business risk and, very candidly, aggressive programs, and to partner with an American company to really make those changes occur. You see the same thing occurring in Germany with Merkel, where it's all about job creation, GDP growth, inclusion of minorities.
But isn't this simply about the pervasiveness of the power of technology and the velocity of change?
It really is, Charlie. But as you know, it's like in phones. If you only have 2 phones, the power is 4 squared. If you have 500 billion devices connected to the internet, it will change supply chain, it will change how things get built, it will change how your viewers receive their products, perhaps a drone driven it to their home, or a Walmart where they call in ahead of time and get things set up ahead of time. It will change every industry. It will probably allow us to live an extra 10 years. It has the potential to completely change healthcare and improve education. But the key takeaway, Charlie, is you've got to disrupt or be disrupted, and it's going to occur at a much faster pace than we've seen.
Thank you, John.
All right, disrupt or be disrupted. John Chambers, thanks.